Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and joined with me today are the other three characters in my sitcom. Fellas, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting with Pause for Laugh Track, Jared.
We're actually gonna pause.
Armos checking in. I gotta say, my favorite sitcom character. This is gonna be, man, it's tough. It's a tough one, but the one that comes to mind right away is Troy from Community.
Oh, yes.
Donald Glover is easily
Troy and Abed in the morning.
Yeah, is easily one of my favorites ever. Like, I love his music, I love his comedy, all this stuff.
Go watch the D&D episode of Community. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, really good.
And I'm Dan, by the way. I play your tiny little swarm keeper ranger, and I would be the Charlie of this sitcom. Charlie Day, specifically from Always Sunny. There's a character in one of our episodes that's kind of based off of Charlie Day. If you haven't listened to Alpha Beaker Phi, go listen to it.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I just made the connection, you bastard.
Yeah, hey guys, whoa, it's crazy. I think we should go do the tournament, yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Wild card.
Woo! Loosely.
What about you, Alec?
Yeah, my name is Alec, and as of right now, I play Drell of the Ashbourne. And my favorite sitcom character, I think it has to be Gus from Psych.
Nice. My God, these are the best three characters ever.
Gus from Psych. I mean, Sean's great too, but he's like, come on, son. Come on, son.
Love it.
I've heard it both ways.
If I had to pick one, mine, I don't know if you guys ever watched Blue Mountain State, but mine would have to be Sammy Cacciatore, the mascot. He's just so funny.
This is one of my favorite starting things ever. These were all great.
If you haven't watched Blue Mountain State, amazing show. Highly recommend.
Dude, you bring that up a lot. I've never seen it.
So funny. It's so funny. And I hate sports, and it's a football show. So just like, it's just to give
It's
you
a tough sell for me.
Ooh, yeah. You know the deal. Before we roll for the recap, we're going to go ahead and do the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by moi. And what I'm running down today is, guys, first, I want to thank you for reviewing us on the podcasting app of your choice. We've been getting a lot of reviews on there, a lot of 5-star reviews. It's truly a blessing. Thank you so much. It's helping us out tremendously. And we hit some personal goals. Like, we recently broke 100 reviews on Spotify, and it's just climbing up. If you have not reviewed the show, I'm not putting a gun to your head, but do it. Otherwise, this kitten is going to get it. You understand? Review the show, all right? And if you're listening on any other platform, like Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, whatever ones, we're available on all of them. Please go ahead and give us a review. It's free for you, and it means everything to us. And now we're going to go ahead and roll for the recap.
Tony, why is episode 60 banned in my country?
We'll bleep that out. We're going to go ahead and roll for the recap. And in case you've been living under a rock or just been ignoring these parts, it's where I roll a giant eaten by my rabbits, a giant eaten foam D4, where I am number 1, Alec is number 2, Dan is number 3,
and number 3,
and Jared is number 4. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it, and we're going to see
number 3, my lord. Number 3.
Do the recap. Whoop.
Okay, Tony.
That looked like some white on the top there. It looked like the 2.
Well, you don't think I rolled it enough?
You need to just bring a little plastic bin down.
Fine. You want me to do a plastic bin?
Wait, no.
No, that was fine. That one was fine.
I don't know what I rolled on.
Oh, you just grabbed it?
Yeah, I just grabbed it.
I saw white on the top, so that means the side the bunny ate. I know my sides.
Here we go. Look, giant dice tray. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, are we gonna run in the same issue?
It's a bin, not a flat surface.
Yeah, it's the same issue. Oh my goodness, this is rigged. It's rigged.
Now you know how it feels.
It is 4. So Jared's gonna go and give us the recap. Should be an easier one, bud.
Here we go. So Drell spoke to a dragon in a dream state. That was crazy. Minas ate a pepper, and then he was breathing fire like a dragon. Armos then consumed the blood ore vein. Go Armos. The next thing that happened, the Revenger kind of appeared, but there was this like tiefling guy that was up in a tower shooting arrows at Armos, and he did not like that. So what ended up happening is that in a total boss move, he decided to turn into an owl from a potion that he got so many episodes ago, flew up there and went toe to toe with this guy. And the first thing Armos did was get shot. But after that, then he was like, hey, you know what? It would be great if you didn't exist, and then turned him into a frog. So kind of existed, but you know, whatever. And then he spent the whole time trying to catch the guy. It was a mess. It was cool for a moment. Anyways, then Menace came to help, and then by the time he came up the stairs that took forever, we realized Drell's in a heap of trouble down below with the Revenger. Okay, so now Menace has to go back down the stairs that he just spent so many turns coming up it, just to get to Drell, hoping that we can save our buddy, and that's where we're gonna start the episode. Hit it, Bart!
My pleasure. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is DND404.
Oh my god, start with like the dust settles, and then all of a sudden you see Drell standing there.
Hey, thanks for bringing the episode in, Jared.
Sorry. I'm so excited to see this.
Fellas, boys, welcome to session 60, but we're going to begin on a somber note, very sad note, as Drell in dragon rat form was going face to face after Menace and Armos have run up the tower to face some unknown threat. As frog croaks ribbit into the Shadowfell air, the Revenger has dealt a very deadly blow to Drell, effectively knocking him out of his rat dragon cursed transformation. Drop below 0 HP. Drell will now need to make some death saving throws. Drell, as you fall from that fatal punch from the Revenger, you find yourself laying on cold cobblestone floor. You open your eyes, and you are no longer in Shadowfell in the courtyard. You see a blood-red sky, dark maroon clouds, and a blue tealish moon in the sky swirling with this mysterious energy. You feel a harsh wind blow through you as you stand up to find yourself on top of a pedestal tower over a blood-red ocean. In the center of the pedestal is this bowl filled with blood in the shape of a well. There is a whale beneath you. You're not Armos. Any thoughts?
Sorry, dude. I can't.
Get the feeling like someone's in my house right now.
I think it's just like, what the actual fuck? Is this where Armos is from? Is this his home? Does he sleep up here?
As you gaze around, you do see this dark silhouette of a mysterious castle way in the distance, void of features, but you do see this partial bridge built going towards it. And then you hear somewhat of a deep, echoey, yet familiar voice. Hey, how's it going? And you look over to the side, and there is a massive demon covered in shadow, and all you can see is giant red eyes, as he does not have any defining features, but you see 7 wings flexing. Hey, thanks for signing that book, by the way. In a gasp of air, you pop back up with 1 hit point as you sign the tome that Armos gave you. Armos, can you give me some details on that tome that you made your companion sign?
Yes, I can. I'm a-looking. Oh, here it is. Gift of the Protectors. With your permission, a creature can use its action to write its name on a page that contain up to 4 names. When any creature whose name is on the page, hit points are reduced to 0, but not killed outright. The creature will magically drop to 1 hit point instead. Once this magic is triggered, the creature can benefit from it until you finish a long rest. No creature can benefit until you finish a long rest.
Oh, so only one of us can use it per day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Dibs.
Yes.
Drell, you wake up in this courtyard with the Revenger towering over you. However, he is not facing you. You see him in this stance as he just recently threw the sword through the balcony and it crashed through the bottom, straight through. We are going to go into initiative 4, which is Armos.
Where's that frog?
Armos, we zoom back all the way up to the tower as this giant greatsword that the Revenger threw came through the bottom of the balcony and managed to hit you as you did take some damage from it. As you step back, you step closer towards the main room as you see the frog is now hopping away from
This thing.
Armos, as you chase this frog, the frog exits the balcony and goes into the room it's attached to. You follow into it, and in this room it looks like a small temple. The floor is dark marble stone. There are columns of the same dark marble stone holding up the room. There are braziers of flames, but they are all green in between each of the columns, illuminating the room. There are books along the walls, and in the center of the room is a long, elegant wooden table that looks like not from Shadowfell, filled with papers, maps, and letters. Across from you in the room, there is a green flame-lit fireplace that helps illuminate the room. And in the ceiling, there's stained glass right under the giant moon of Shadowfell that reflects down this very creepy reflection into the room. On the opposite end, in the north to your right, which seems to be the focal point, is a bright green portal in between two banners of the Red Dawn. The portal is swirling. You cannot see through it, but it is very much active.
Interesting.
The frog is about 15 feet away from you and it is hopping into the room. What are you doing?
Getting that frog. I gotta catch it.
Okay, I mean, Ribbit, how do you want to get? You try to pull a fast one, Armos. I don't know if you've ever dealt with a frog before, but I mean,
All right.
you think you can get him? I think you can get him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. He's only a few feet away from me, right?
He's about,
You said
he's 10 feet away from you, 10, 15 feet away from you. Yeah.
Okay. So I run up to the frog and what is it? Grab? Do I have to?
You want to make a grapple check against the frog? Go ahead and make me a strength check as it's going to make a dexterity saving throw against you.
I use my actual strength to roll this.
Yes.
And I have to beat what?
His contested dexterity check.
It's gonna take forever.
Well, could he use strength or sleight of hand?
No, this is a grapple check. You were trying to catch a frog.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't use dexterity at all?
No.
I have to use strength? Okay. Here we go.
To catch a frog? That would definitely be dexterity, right? How would that not be dexterity?
Well, when you put it in that sarcastic tone, I guess
sorry.
you're right.
I didn't mean-
I guess you are right.
I didn't mean
now
to be
I'm
a dick
thinking
about it.
No, when you say it like an asshole, it does put things into perspective. Yeah, you can use dexterity if you'd like.
Yeah, he's like, any fucking smart DM would realize that that's clearly dexterity.
I am limited by my own mental barrier. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I charisma him into let me talk him down.
Oh, God.
I have a better chance at charisma than I do with this.
Yes, because it's a
grappling.
frog, I will let you use dexterity to catch this slimy, slippery little thing. What'd you get?
I got a 7, but I might just use an inspiration dice.
Wait, do you not add anything to dex?
No. It's better than my strength.
You don't add anything to strength?
I have negatives to strength.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, geez. Okay, if you would like to use your inspiration die, now's the time.
Roll number 2.
I definitely would, because I'm worried about Drell. Okay, Dark One's Blessing. Dark One's Blessing.
What'd you roll? Wait, what'd you roll?
A
A 3?
So you have a 7 at least.
Okay, I add a d10 to my roll.
Okay.
So I just roll 1d10. So I add 4 to it. There you go.
He got a 13.
Oh my. That's the most he can roll.
As you go to,
Damn it.
as you go to catch
Frogs have
this
good decks.
frog, yeah, they have very good decks. As you go to leap at this frog's leap is much greater than yours, and it slides out of your way. Oh, come on, Armos. Did you ever play sports or anything when you were young, Armos? Come on, man. What is it? He's a frog. What else can you do on your turn? That was your action, by the
Oh
way.
my god, I could burn the place down. That would be great. Can I look around the room? I don't want to do anything. I just want to see, is there anything else in the room?
At a glance, there is a lot to see in this room. There is a giant portal on the wall between two Red Dawn banners. There are chests, there are papers, books, there are bookcases along the wall. There's a massive fireplace, and there is a door where it looks like you can walk into. This looks like a war room.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
We're gonna move to initiative 20, which is the frog, Ribbit, and he is going to use an action, standing leap. The frog's long jump is up to 10 feet and is as high up to 5 feet, and it's without running. So he's going to make Ribbit, and he's going to jump 10 feet, and he is going to move pretty slowly because he can't really move that much. He's going to move 20 feet further into the room towards the table, away from you. We're going to move to initiative 19.
My window's too high. And I use my dash action to get to the top, hopefully.
We left you climbing this tall tower to where Armos is. Using your dash action, you climb the remainder, and you are now on the final floor of this tower. The spiral staircase leads you up to a single yet well-enforced steel door. With the rest of your movement, open it.
Yeah.
I see a frog.
Welcome to the shit show.
You open the steel door, and at your feet, you are greeted with this beautiful red carpet that leads to a long table filled with papers, maps, and books. The room is rather long, and the table's in between 6 black marble columns, and in between each of these columns are green flame-lit braziers. To your left, there is a massive fireplace with another also lit with a giant green flame. And to your right is where the balcony was, where the figure was shooting arrows, and you see a very confused Armos. Next to the table, you see a frog. And just beyond the frog is a giant green portal in between 2 Red Dawn banners.
I look quizzically at the frog, and I do see Armos to my right. Armos, what's happening?
Get the frog. Don't hurry up and grab
Got
it.
it.
The guy turned himself into a frog.
Nah, and that ends my turn. Oh wait, hockey attacks the thing if it can.
Oh, yes, it absolutely can. Go ahead and roll the hit for Hawkeye. And as a reminder, Minus has a hawk companion being ridden by a Sid that he summoned in the last session, attacking the Avenger.
16.
That is going to miss as it swats the hawk out of the way. We're going to move to initiative 13, Drell. As air returns into your Goliath lungs.
Oh, fuck.
You look around and you are bruised as you were before. Bloodier, even. You are not wearing any clothes. You are naked.
Oh.
Lying on the floor above you is the Iron Knight facing away from you, looking at the large tower where it just threw its sword.
Okay. Well, then I am clearly not going to say my smartass remark to it if it thinks I'm down. So first off, I'm going to second wind, just gaining as much HP as I fucking can. So that's 1d10 plus 8 HP. So that's going to be, oh, fuck yes. Oh my gosh. That's 17 HP additional back. And then what does the surrounding area look like? And how big are those windows that Menace is talking about?
They are small windows. They're not meant to really be looked out of, just to provide light for people traveling up the stairs. So your surrounding area is a barracks courtyard. You're currently laying on dirt with very dead patches of grass all around you. You look to your right, there are tents in the corner. There's another tower that you can climb up adjacent from the one that Minas went to. When you look to your south, you see 2 giant barn doors next to a main gate. Behind you are some practice target dummies, and you see like some very crude weapons laying on the floor. And then ahead of you, next to the entrance where Minas ran into, there is another building next to it that looks more like a house rather than a tower.
Okay, so I want to do this. I want to look for the best looking, even though you said it was crude, the best looking weapon, pick it up, and then use my movement to run through there. And then I want to try to see if I can hide at the end of my turn. So I want to like start making my way south, but on the way, I wanted to try to grab something, pick it up, and then hide at the end.
In your current position, there's nothing for you to really hide behind. You're just too large for like these practice dummies.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll run past all the like the training area, grab a weapon, and then try to make my way south, like staying out of the line of sight of the Revenger.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check as you try to slip past them.
And would you say that I still have my bandana on?
No, you are naked.
Fuck. I'm gonna kill him. Okay, so the stealth check is going to be a nat fucking 20.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
I needed that.
It's funny that you say that because what are the odds that he rolled a nat fucking 1?
Oh.
Wow.
That's amazing, man.
What
He
is
rolled
the
a nat
fuck?
1.
He rolled a nat 1 on his perception check. You slip past him as he thinks currently, the Iron Knight currently thinks that you may be down for the count. You managed to pick up a crude short sword. It doesn't look like it's in the best condition, but it could probably be used for a fight or two.
Okay.
As your glutes flap, as you are now running.
Oh, they don't flap. It's rock. It's rock.
As your glutes glisten brilliantly as you run through the shadowy night, past the Revenger, past the target dummies, heading south to these giant barn doors. We're going to go to initiative 10. The knight regains its composure and begins to look around, but does not see you. When it looks back in your direction, it becomes alert and starts to look around as it's trying to look for you. And as it's getting ready to move, you see that it's about to look in your direction. Now, you are not being hidden by anything. You are just managed to slip past it without taking an attack of opportunity. And as you look back, sure enough, you think it sees you. And as it goes to make a step towards you, 1 second, I just want to see if it hits. Amazing. With a 23, a massive cracked boulder comes flying through the front door, hits the back of the Revenger. The Revenger turns to the front gate, and standing there with a massive club is Sully and Berthy. As the giant threw a massive rock through the front door. Fallen, help, fallen.
Jesus.
God damn it.
As Berthy and Sully run into the fight. And Berthy goes, Joe, where your clothes, man? What happened to you? And as they run in, that was Sully's attack. And then we're going to go to Berthy. Berthy has a little dagger in one hand and a tiny crossbow in the other, very shakily. And he's going to shoot his crossbow at the Revenger. Wow, with a 23 to hit. Whew. And he maxed out that damage, but it's going to be halved. He's going to deal 5 points of damage to the Revenger as it gets right under his armor. He's going to take 12 points from the giant rock. We are going to go to initiative 4, Armos.
I'm sick and tired of this frog. I'm going to use Magic Hand to grab the frog. Magic Hand can carry up to 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I believe Mage Hand still needs to make a check to grab it.
Yeah,
though.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just, try that first before moving and see what happens.
So use your spellcasting modifier as you're trying to hit the frog with your Mage Hand to try to grab it, as it is going to be a contested check. I believe that's the ruling. No, actually I lied. It will be sleight of hand.
Shit. Hey, a 15.
Ooh, and the froggy leaped to a 5. Ooh, as the Mage Hand scoops him up, grabs it, and the frog goes, and the mage hand brings the frog to you, and
Yes.
Reginald goes, oh, that's a good job, but he thinks you think you could trick us? not today, bud.
All right. Looking around, I haven't moved yet, so I'm gonna hold on to the frog with my mage hand, or just take it in my actual hand after that.
Okay.
Looking around the room, you said that there was a chest somewhere in the room. I'm gonna walk to the chest, clear it out, and put the frog in it, and lock and like keep the chest closed if it's unlocked. That's my plan.
Walk over to the chest, and it is locked.
I'm mimic.
Throw the frog in. No, I'm just kidding.
You go to the chest, and it is locked. It does need a key to be opened, or another method of unlocking a locked chest.
Since I only have like limited movement, so that would have been my
Yes.
turn going to the chest.
So yeah, you walk over to the chest, and as you try to open it, it is locked, and the frog goes.
Yep. Menace.
Yeah.
We need to go help Drell. I got this guy.
On it.
Go walking down the stairs. I would love the fucking. He's like, all you see is horns going up the stairs. Oh, you got the frog. Cool. It
He's like finally getting up, being completely out of breath, and being like, "Okay, give him a thumbs up," and like turn right back down the stairs.
On initiative 20, the frog is going to try to break free, but is still being grabbed by the mage hand, and we're going to move to initiative 19, which is Menace, who has just come up the stairs.
he's in my regular
What do
hand.
you do?
He's in my regular hand. I'm not doing mage hand. I just used mage hand to grab him.
So I'm just gonna. So I see Armos to go. Got it! And I just dash towards the balcony. As I'm dashing, I just drop my net to the ground and go, Armos, use this! Ah! And I just run towards the balcony with my dash action. And that's my turn.
Menace, you go out onto the balcony where this tiefling was shooting arrows, raining down arrows on you three. And you look down, and you're about 120, 150 feet up in the air, and there is an altar there that looks like is meant to be read from and preached from this balcony. That's what you get from, that's like the focal point of this space. I'm going to go to initiative 13. Drell, what do you do?
Oh man, I'm in such a predicament because
He's naked and afraid.
And then Sully just shows up, and God, he can't let Sully die because you'll just never hear the end of it from Berthy. So he's like trying to, since he's not looking my direction, he's looking by the rocks. Would I be able to attack the Revenger? Like, would it be like a surprise attack?
You would have advantage because his back, you have your back to him.
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I was asking. Okay. So yeah, I guess this is just kind of what Drell would do. So he sees Sully and Berthy come in. He sees him trying to help, and Drell's just gonna go right back in, and he's gonna creep up behind the Revenger, and he's going to attack with his short sword.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and try to make an attack on him.
First one's not one. Shout out advantage. Oh fucking okay. Drell is still really, really shook, and he rolled an 11 for the second one.
With a nat 1 and an 11, you go to try to attack him from the back, but your sword just doesn't even do any damage to his metal armor.
Okay, that's a lot better. The second attack is a 27,
My goodness.
and that is going to be 10 points of damage. Can we say as a bonus action I go into a rage?
Sure.
Great.
You can absolutely
because
get mad here.
Yeah, so that's another 2 points of damage. So it's 12 total for my second attack. And then I yell to Berthy, any sort of healing or anything in that realm would be great. And he yells up to where he thinks his friends are, just in that building, and he yells, guys, any sort of help would be much appreciated.
You just see horns above the balcony and I'm coming!
You just see them like trot up the windows as he's like running up the...
Girl, as you yell up to Minas and yell to Berthy, you manage to find like a wound that you're able to exploit with a 27, and that's how you're able to deal damage, but you know you're just not dealing that much. He's only gonna take half damage. As you deal at 6 points of damage, we're gonna move to initiative 10, which is the Revenger and Berthy and Sully. And the Revenger is now focused on the Hill Giant, but then looks at you and is going to still make an attack towards you with his fist. Wow, with a 32 to hit, he is going to slam his massive gauntlet down onto you, dealing, oh boy, 21 points of bludgeoning damage. Halved. Ooh, lucky for you.
Oh my god.
That's what I was thinking.
You're gonna take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, so you're telling me as a player that guy's got plus 12 to a fucking attack?
Plus 13, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, and then, as Drell gets hit, he looks up at the guy and says, I didn't hear no bell.
He is then going to turn to Sully, and he's going to run towards him, and he's going to make another slam attack against. With a 28 to hit, the Iron Knight punches Sully right across the face, dealing 17 points of damage. And so you go, ooh, and he's like fixing his jaw. Sully is then going to regain his composure, and he's going to use his giant great club, which is pretty much just a tree trunk, and going to make 2 attacks against him. The first one is going to wildly miss as the second one gets grabbed. The Iron Knight is going to make a reaction, and he is going to catch the giant tree trunk. You see that the Revenger catches the tree trunk and rips it out of Sully's hand and then throws it onto the floor. It goes, oh, stick. We're going to move to Berthy. Berthy's like, oh no, oh, Drell's dead. Oh, he just asked for here. Oh no, there he is. Wow. He had quite a while up there, but oh, hold on, let me see what I got here. And he's like looking through his satchel, and he takes out a murky potion, and he goes, yeah, here you go. Just try not to drink the clumps. And he tosses over a health potion that looks expired. Yeah, catch it. We're gonna move to initiative 4. Almost.
I got a frog.
You got a frog.
All right. I see the net that Minas left on the ground, and I use it to tangle up and tie it so that it's more of a kind of a bag I can put on my my belt.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this?
Yeah, because you're holding onto a frog that is desperately trying to get away from you. So you're trying to also use Minus's net.
Yes.
It's a bit of concentration. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna leave the net on the ground, put the frog in the net, and then scoop up the net from there.
Like Santa on Christmas.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
God.
I sent Dan a DC. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check of what you need to beat.
So I have to do a sleight of hand check.
Yes, to see if you can put a very slippery, wriggling frog that you're trying to hold on to into a net. Yes.
It's a 7.
You go to put the frog in a net, and as you go to wrap him up, he leaps away from you, and he leaps 10 feet away. We are going to move to initiative 20, which is now the newly free frog, as it's going to take 10 feet because it's feeling quite froggy. It goes, ribbit, and it goes as it leaps 10 feet away from you, and then use the rest of its move to get under the table. We're going to move to initiative 19, Minus out on the balcony.
I'm coming, Drell! And I use a dash action and jump off the balcony. How much do I fall? I fall
120 feet.
Well, not in one turn. It would be, I would fall 30 feet.
I think.
Right?
Yes.
I go 20 feet off of the balcony and start falling 30 feet.
Yes.
Do I fall faster than you would just normally move?
No, everything falls at the same rate. This is stuff we learn in basic science. Man.
That's what I thought. It's D&D world, okay?
What hits the ground faster, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers?
I fall 30 feet, and is there how far am I away from the ground?
About 90 feet.
Cool.
You run and jump off the balcony, and you're currently falling.
The next part of Hockey, I'm just falling now, and then Hockey goes for an attack on this dang armored beast with an 19, sorry.
19 is going to miss as it's still scratching against its tough armor. We're going to move to initiative 13. Drell, as you are face to ass with this thing, as you are trying to exploit its wounds with your crude short sword. What are you doing?
Okay, so cool. I think so. Drell looks up. He hears like a voice out in the distance, and he looks up, and he literally just sees Menace jumping off like the top of the wall, and I think it probably gives him a little bit more motivation, and he is now going to attack recklessly against this thing.
Nice.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay, so the first one is a 17.
That's going to miss.
Okay, and my second attack, Jesus, Drell's really not feeling it right now. Oh my God, a 17 again.
That is also going to miss, as your crude short sword is just scathing across it.
It's like, this thing fucking sucks. And then I think, yeah, that's it for right now. Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. Bonus action. I want to drink the potion Sully gave me.
Right.
You catch this potion that has clumps in it, take a swig, and you should make me a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Okay, I literally get it with a nat 1. Okay, 26.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the effects of a superior healing potion.
Oh, that feels so good. Okay, so that is an additional 18 points of healing.
Ooh.
All right, now it is the end of my turn.
We're going to move to initiative 10, which is Sully, Berthy, and the Revenger. And the Revenger notices that you're trying to attack her from behind and is going to make an attack towards you, as it makes another fist as it slams down, getting a 22, dealing 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so is that halved?
No. So you're going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, halved.
I'm going to pop Stone's Endurance.
Ooh.
So even though it's a D12 plus 5, I would just be perfectly okay with not taking this damage. So yeah, so that I rolled the 12, so that's 17 total.
With
so
Stone Endurance, for the first time, his fist is stopped in place as you just embrace and take the punch, as flames erupt from inside the suit of armor. It is going to make another attack against you, as it is now very confused of what just happened. With a 21 to hit, dealing 24 damage, halved to 12.
Oh fuck. Drell spits out a tooth.
Ow. Gets you with the cross counter. As the Revenger is trying to wail on you, the Hill Giant is going to make an attack against it, trying to back you up, as it picks up its club, using half its movement to pick up its club, and going to swing with a 25 and a 12. The first one misses as he comes over his head with the giant tree, dealing 9 points of bludgeoning damage to the Revenger. And then Berthy is going to take its little hand crossbow. He's going to shoot. Ooh, it's a dirty 20. Wow, look at Berthy go, as he deals 5 points of damage as he shoots a little arrow into his armor. Wow, these guys are coming in clutch. Wow, who would have thought? We're going to move to initiative 4, Armos. Ribbit.
I'm getting that damn frog again. Okay. I'll do my mage hand again.
So you use your mage hand?
2
as the frog contests with a bold 8 and dodges the mage hand and moves underneath the table still. What else are you doing?
I'm gonna full move to it. Moving to 30
Standing on top of the table.
So it's under the table, right?
It's under the table, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move over there.
Armos, don't you have something to help with this?
Yeah, you get in here. Help me.
No, I mean, I don't want warts. No. Menace free falling through the sky. Woo!
So this is where we get into math.
An additional 60 feet.
So since I chose to dash coming off, do I just follow that same velocity during my turn, but don't use an action to do it? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, it's basic science we learned as a kid, right? No.
Yeah, it's science. So I go down 50 feet and like 5 feet over, 10 feet over. How far am I going over?
Rules of falling. No. So the rule of falling is that when you fall, you instantly descend 500
But that's
feet.
falling. He jumped off.
Yeah.
Same when you're in the air, I would say. No? I'm going to say this turn
That's
you fall to the
weird.
ground. Yeah. There's no like solid rule on it. You fall to the ground that you...
Okay, but I can use an action before I fall, right?
Yes. As you fall, you may take an action this turn.
So
yes.
as I'm falling, you see Minus jump off. You hear him go, Drell, catch! And I want to throw my javelin towards Drell to catch with my action.
You're going to use...
Disadvantage?
Oh, yeah. You're going to make me...
I'm trying to hit my target, you know what I mean? Like above his head.
Yeah, so Menace, you're going to roll to hit to see if you can land the javelin where you want it to go. And then Drell's going to make me an athletics check to try to catch it.
Disadvantage.
DC
Okay.
12.
Okay. Get to reroll that. I got a 28 to hit the space above his head. So you see Minus go, Drell, catch! I throw the javelin, and just before Minus goes to hit the ground, I use a bonus action swarm to start floating.
You're such a metagaming piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a roller coaster. So like my little Sids catch me in like a curve, and I kind of go whoosh, into floating on the ground.
These, as mysterious as they come, you see all these Sid fly out of pockets and nooks and crannies of all this cracked stone within the fortress, and they come out and they swoop you and cradle you as you levitate at the last possible moment. Drell, make me an athletics check to see if you catch the javelin.
Oh my God, please.
The javelin whizzes by your head.
What did you roll?
You rolled a 9.
An 8 or a 9. You're telling me with how well he threw it, a 9 doesn't catch
Got
it.
an inspiration die?
So he threw it right on target. It was you.
Yeah, he doesn't
being
get
like,
advantage.
No, absolutely
It's
not.
a cool moment.
It's a very cool moment. It's technically kind of impossible to do, but it's a very cool moment.
D&D.
I have 2 empty luck point spots, but I'm pretty sure I burned all of them.
You rested once you got into the. I mean, technically.
Yeah,
you
he said you got
rested.
resting benefits
Oh.
coming out of the prison. So you do have the luck points if you want to use them.
Okay, well then yes, I'm definitely going to use that, and that also means I have action surge. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use a luck point to try to catch this javelin again. I'm going to use another luck point to try to catch this javelin.
In what world? That's 2 nat ones in a row.
Oh my God, then
I'm
you got a
going to
10.
use... Can I know what the DC is, please?
It's 12.
Dude, and the thing is, I have a plus fucking 8 to athletics.
Yeah.
So I literally have to roll a 4 or higher, and that's a 24.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
Yeah. Felt like this was me trying to catch
Menace,
that frog.
as you chuck this javelin in midair, you see Drell go, and he's like trying to catch it like multiple times, like, got it. And you catch this javelin. You're like, oh, first try. And you now have Menace's javelin. As we go to initiative 13, Drell, with your new javelin that you just caught, what are you doing?
I feel like so as this is all there's no other way that Drell sees this all happening than just complete slow-mo to the song There Goes My Hero as he looks at Menace by the Foo Fighters and catches the javelin and then will go ahead and he will attack recklessly with the javelin on the guy. So I'm going to attack recklessly. That is a nat fucking 20 on the very first attack. 17 damage for the first attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to take now my second attack. That is a 20, a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Another 16 damage for my second attack.
Okay.
Then I am going to action surge because I got that while I was in jail. Ooh, a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That's another 12 damage. And then my last attack is going to be an 11.
That one misses. Oh, so sad. Okay, so you miss on the last attack. Drell, you catch this Hail Mary of a throw of a javelin, and you start going in on the Revenger. You're spitting it in and out. You're getting your second wind back. And you're stabbing at all the kinks of the armor, trying to get underneath. And you notice that the more you stab it, the more charged the javelin is getting. It's not damaged, but you notice that there's some like burn marks on it as you are dealing damage, but you know you're not dealing as much damage as you think you should be, because there's no blood being drawn from this thing. But you have its attention as we're gonna go to initiative 10. Sully and the Revenger are going at it as Berthie's trying to stay behind and just shooting his crossbow bolts. The Revenger notices that you're getting like all of its weak spots and is going to make an attack against you with a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Ooh, he's going to come down with his giant fist and slam it into the ground as he misses you.
And I am going to dodge roll and try to parry his attack.
There it is.
With my reaction and poke him in the fucking face. Oh my god, dude, I always miss these. It's only a 17.
With a 17, you manage to get it through its visor, but it doesn't connect to anything. You don't feel any resistance on the other side, and it does not look phased. With his second attack, he's going to come up, and he's going to try to strike at Sully. With a 29 to hit, dealing a whopping 22 points of damage to Sully. Sully takes a step back as he takes a wicked right hook, and then he's going to regain, and he's going to try to slam his great club back onto the knight with a miss, and he tries to hit him again, also missing as he seems kind of dazed from that right hook. Berthie is going to take another shot with his crossbow. With a nat 1, his crossbow gets jammed, and he goes, man, I hate this thing. He goes, yeah, and like the string snaps his finger. He goes, and he's like sucking on his finger, trying to make it not hurt. And we're gonna move to initiative 4. Armos, way back up in the tower, looking underneath this long table full of probably very important documents as you were trying to catch this frog. Reginald is on the table trying to give you pointers on how to catch it. What are you doing?
Can he use Reginald to help him?
Reginald's just kind of there for moral support.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use my magic hand again. Trying to grab him.
Okay. Ribbit.
So sleight of hand.
Ribbit. Yeah, sleight of hand.
An 8.
Oh, with a nat 1, Reginald pokes his head down and goes boo, and the frog turns around, and then the mage head snatches him up.
Hey. All right. With that, now I'll go back over to where the net is. Try this whole process again. At this point, I'm like annoyed, stomping back to the net.
Ribbit.
The pale frog.
Ribbit. We go to initiative 20 as the frog is quite angry as it's being held again and being duped with a very annoying croaks. We're going to go down to initiative 19, 2 floating Minas levitating in the air, watching Drell, Sully, and Berthie fight the Revenger. What are you doing? Fucking flying against rocks. I hate this.
That's not metagaming, that's playing the game.
Yeah, fucking might. The super important dude turned into a frog. You fucking letting Drell die. Just not how this night was gonna go.
So I just don't even use my Writhing Tide anymore. I'm just like, thanks guys, let's get to it. And I run over to this. Big Revenger, and I'm gonna take 2 swings with my silvered rapiers.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 and a 24.
Those are both going to hit.
And I will be taking my bonus action attack with my offhand. And that one's going to be a 15.
That one is going to miss as he deflects that one.
Right. So that's going to be 13 damage with my rapiers, and then my swarm and my mark are going to hit it for another 4 points of damage, and then my hawk is going to attack for a nat 20. Hey, we take those. And the hawk is going to hit for 15 points of magic slashing damage.
So all those attacks land, except when you go in for the rapiers, he's going to use a reaction as he's taking the damage from your favorite foe and hockey. He's going to catch the rapiers, and he's similar to missile catching. He's doing that with your swords. So he's going to roll 2d10 and try to reduce the damage. He reduces it by 17. He catches your rapiers in mid-action as you go to land that damage on him, and he takes one of them, and he's able to pry it from your hands and throws it down to the ground.
Mean.
Very mean. We're going to move to initiative 13, which is Drell. Drell, you are now surrounded by allies, beating down on this Iron Knight. They were so ruthlessly beating down on you. What are you doing?
First, I look over to Minas. One eye just completely swollen shut, cuts and bruises all over me, and I just go, "Hey, Minas, glad you finally showed up. Where's Armos?" And then I'm gonna just, I'm gonna continue to attack recklessly.
Upstairs, where's the dragon?
after I spit out some blood, my first attack is gonna be a 25 to hit.
Ooh.
And so that is 13 damage on the first attack. And then my second attack is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, those both hit.
And then that is only 10 damage total on the second attack.
You continue stabbing into the weaknesses of the armor. The more he's damaged, the more spots you find it viable to hit him in, where it's being as effective as possible with the javelin.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you doing?
Spitting out some blood. End of turn.
Nice. We're going to move to initiative 10. The Revenger sees that he's surrounded as he just throws one of Minus's rapiers onto the floor. You see that air starts to inhale inside of him, and he's going to use his fog breath in a radius like he does before. Everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 15.
Dude, I've been rolling so bad recently.
This is to be feared, right?
Oh, thank God.
No, this is
17
damage.
I passed.
Ooh.
Flying colors.
Drell, what'd you get?
17.
You passed. The two of you are going to take half damage.
Thank God.
Both of you are going to take 23 points of necrotic damage as the air is now suddenly filled with this dark, foggy cloud that just comes out of his armor as the flames erupt inside of him. If you can hear those engine noises. Berthie and Sully both failed as they take 46 points of damage. Sully is like, you see Sully start choking and he's like down on one knee, but he's not down. Berthie inhales the smoke, drops.
So also after Drell tries to cover his mouth and inhales, he looks back over at Minus and says, "I'll see you later," and he drops as well.
No. Armos!
Yeah, for real. Cue the clown music, dude.
As the cries for Armos over the cloud of death emits from the courtyard, we see Armos wrangling with the frog.
Yep.
Okay, wait. What if we do like a bunny knot with the neck? Like
All right, so it's my turn?
loop and pull? Yes, it is your turn.
All right. I immediately shoot Reginald a look, glaring at him, and as I look back to the frog, my eyes are red and a smirk comes on my face. I pull the frog in close and tell him, "You fucked with the wrong person." While having magic hand, I walk to the edge of the spot where he was standing initially, shooting arrows at us. I use magic hand to hold him way up high over everyone else that's down below. As I
You know how polymorph works, right?
Yes, I do. As I shoot him with Eldritch Blast while up in the air, 30 feet away from the ledge.
You're shooting him or you're shooting the knight?
I'm shooting the frog.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So as soon as I hit him with the first the first bit of damage, It will untake him out of polymorph. He's gonna fall 150 feet and take that amount of damage.
1d6
right?
per 10 feet of damage. Yeah, you absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, you are right. Okay, so he'll take 1d6
right?
per
Am
10
I
feet.
wrong?
No, you're
I'm
right.
sick of fucking with this frog. I can do so much more.
The mage hand flies out over the courtyard as the frog is like, ribbit, 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 and you shoot it with an Eldritch Blast. Because it's your mage hand, I'm not going to let you roll to hit. I'm going to say you hit with both of them because you have complete control of the situation. You're going to go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
Oh, automatic crit. I like it. Thanks, DM.
So it should shoot him up 10 more feet every hit, by the way.
Yes.
Roll.
Yeah, that's why I didn't
Eldritch Blast does something for Drell rather than against
So-
Drell.
The first one did 10, and then the
Jesus.
second one did 7.
The frog hanging from the mage hand. The first Eldritch Blast hits, knocking it back 10 feet. Upon impact, taking that 10 damage, turns back into the white tiefling. Getting hit with the second Eldritch Blast, gets launched up an additional 10 feet, taking 7 points of damage as it begins to fall. And as he falls, he looks at you with his black pupils as he falls 150 feet. He's going to take 1d6 per 10 feet, which is 15d6.
Ow.
As this white tiefling falls from the sky, he lands and creates a small crater for himself, dealing an additional 59 points of damage as he crashes onto the floor.
And is knocked prone.
He is not prone. Absolutely.
It's probably not the right way to do it, but it's too fucking cool. Once I came up with the idea, I was like, you know what? It's gotta happen.
The white tiefling falls and is knocked prone, receiving 59 points of damage. We're going to move to initiative 20, which is the white tiefling, and he gets up. Using half of his movement, he gets up and he cracks his neck, he cracks his shoulders, he stretches out, he rolls his shoulders back, and he looks up at you almost, and then he looks at the surroundings, and then he draws both of his rapiers because he no longer has his bow, and he is going to get into the fight. He's going to use the rest of his movement to climb on top of the pedestal that's in the middle of the courtyard, the same pedestal, the same platform where the Bloodshard was that Armos absorbed, and he's going to move there for his turn. We're going to move to initiative 19. Minas.
Hey.
As you now see this pale tiefling joining the fight.
Cool. Yes. I'm gonna pick my rapier back up and use a disengage action.
Okay, perfect.
I guess I'm gonna go to the southwest corner of the map, and I'm going to pet Sid and be like, Sid, save our buddy. And then I'm gonna use Melora's aura to healing word Drell for 11 points of health. So you're back up, buddy.
You see Sid gather all of his holy energy as Armos is looking over the ledge like, oh shit. Sid's going, me, and you are focusing on Drell through the necrotic fog. And as the spell goes off, you see Sid fades as if the spell suddenly stops. You look over to the pale tiefling and he goes, counter spell. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Fuck off.
No.
Damn.
No. Oh man.
You better kill him quick, Armos.
I started the episode the way I ended the episode. Down on the ground.
Holy shit. I don't want to kill Drell, but he's a smart enemy, man. He's not going to...
Oh, fuck.
I think you need to take a step back. Let Menace take a hit or something.
Can I at least get my hawk action?
We'll pick up hockey in the next session.
I mean, I was fine until the necrotic thing. I mean, everyone took that.
Yeah.
Everyone did take that.
Well, except Armos, who was wrestling with a frog for God knows how long.
Oh,
I'm here
man.
now, buddy. I'm here now.
Drell, I'm sorry. We had an out for you in the beginning of the episode, but I don't know, man. You're in this fog now, dude.
Wow. So the fog's it's like a lasting ability. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a concentration thing.
Oh, okay.
So for staying in the fight with low HP and stuff, I got an inspiration die, right? Isn't that how that works?
I think so.
I don't know. What do you got? I'll tell you what. We'll let the maybe we'll have a little vote. Maybe we'll have a little Patreon Friday poll. Should Drell get an inspiration die with no information? We'll know.
Should I get an inspiration die for my clever use of falling?
You're gonna get out. I hate you die. That's what you're getting now.
A negative die.
Yes, because situations are quite dire, and decisions were made to combine essentially 2 separate boss fights together. I will give you guys each an inspiration die.
Woo!
Nice.
And because Armos playing tag with a frog is just great. It's just great all around. It's great fun. It's great humor. Very Armos,
Yeah.
Very Armos. Great. It's wonderful.
I mean, I love the way I was just like super annoyed with this, and I was just like, you know what, we gotta move this on. And
we got so
you
many
moved
things
it
to
on
say about
because
it. In the after show.
you're not in the greatest situation. Drell's blinking red on the floor right now. Beep, 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 beep. Like it's not good.
I think you just should have said "fuck the frog," and then we live to fight another day. But it was just like, as like a player, it was just too funny to just to let it go by.
Yeah.
Oh man,
too good.
Never thought I'd be counterspelled so soon.
Yep.
Is counterspell a reaction?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, if only we had like another person who could
I got something to
counterspell.
say about it in the after show.
Oh, absolutely. You know how it is. We got to do the after show, but we're going to end today's session. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, hanging out with us. We appreciate it and can't wait to see you next week. Does anybody have anything before we close this out?
No. If you are listening to this, Last of Us is probably over.
Oh, it's going to be long over, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and you should. So we have one more episode this coming Sunday.
The finale.
And the finale. So be ready to talk about it in the Discord, or if you haven't stopped by the Discord, come talk about it.
I got to catch up. I haven't seen like the last 4 episodes.
I'm 2 episodes behind right now.
Last one was. I can't believe they fit all that.
I'm gonna make it a little Sunday for myself. I hope it rains. I'm gonna make a nice cup of hot chocolate. I'm gonna sit in front of the TV. I'm gonna watch 3 episodes of The Last of Us. It's gonna be great.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Episode 7 was, for me, the second best episode of the series.
Ooh.
I think the last one was almost perfect.
Oh, that's third for me. That's
really
third for me. Really
There's
good.
a lot
really
of
fucking good
symbolism in it. Like,
a ton.
if you go back and rewatch it, you're like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh wait, Joe, you can't say bye. You're dead.
That's true.
Mean.
Rude.
And now it's time for the Patreon shoutouts. First up, we got the Bloodshard Bandits. And the first member of the Bloodshard Bandits is Ulrich Shieldust. Ulrich Shieldust is still stuck in the freezing tundra of North Trillis. After recently escaping the cave of a dangerous snow monster, Ulrich requests that you hold all questions about the event until a later time. He's just not yeti to talk about it. Next member is Benjamin Hayes. Graduated recently from the Sidja College, he is now a part of the Bloodshard Bandits. However, Benjamin's celebration and jubilation turned to dread as he was recently struck down by a member of the Red Dawn. But wait, there's hope. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Our next member is Julius Kendrick, and Julius is still on the run. However, he is not hiding. Crimes have been reported of Kendrick's evil doings. The most recent report is that he recently slain someone, a recent college graduate of the Sidja College. How tragic. Our last Bloodshard Bandit member is Reigns, and he has been reported lost. Oh no! Recently, Reigns was last seen headed to North Trillis to go storm chasing. However, no one has heard from him in quite some time. The frozen tundra can be a harsh place, and certainly no place for Reigns. And now we're going to move on to our Sidget College alumni, and first up we have Andrew Hall. Andrew is one of our newest members to the Sidget College. A bright, inspiring future lays ahead, but at what cost? Will Andrew use his powers for evil? Who knows? Too soon to tell. Next is Artemis, and Artemis is on patrol. With the recent discovery of Kemi Joe's new friends, Artemis eagerly awaits for the return of the Bloodshard Bandits. Although he has been spending way more time in the dorm room showers recently, for some reason. Anyway, next up is Robert Crisp, and Robert has done it. His new invention worked. Their most recent prototype did not explode when powering on. Hooray! Nearby towns and hamlets are safe. For now. However, his new breakfast machine tends to overcook the eggs. And speaking of rotten eggs, it leads us to our last Sidget College member, Saint Chaos. Chaos has been busy at the Tinkerer College, pranking the alchemist students. Recently, he stole all the alchemist boiling flasks and replaced them with phonies. The student nurse has been quite busy. And now we're going to move on to Humbrea's heroes. First up is Alex Judge Dredd, most feared bounty hunter in Humbrea. And he's on a well-deserved vacation. Good for them. Next up is Angel the Ranger with their adorable pitbull companion. Currently, they are patrolling the Riverwood Forest. Rumors say that the Koatoa sightings have increased over the last few months. Next up is Man with Glass, and he's currently missing. Man with Stone has been listed as suspect number 1. He must be found at all costs. Lastly, we have Sergio, the Vagabond, Traveler, and Tavern Brawler. A recent bounty was placed on Sergio's head for fighting in a tavern. Some say it was out of self-defense. But one thing is for sure, though. He was quite mysterious. And that's it for this week's shoutouts. If you would like to be added to this fabulous list, head over to our Patreon and find out more. Until next time, everybody, see ya.